Hey everyone, this is John from the Pop Culture Podcast. I'm going to be doing something a little bit differently today on our video channel. I'm going to be reviewing a Chromebook, and I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching. I wanted to share some thoughts on this model since there hasn't been much available on it by the regular review outlets or Reddit. Before I do, I wanted to share my history with Chromebooks and what my use case is for this Chromebook. I've made my way through a lot of Chromebooks, all purchased and sold or returned. I've used Pixelbooks, the first Samsung Chromebook Plus, and the Dell Chromebook 13 as daily drivers, and others. I also used last year's HP Chromebook 14 x360 for a few months as a daily driver. So when the 14b model was announced, I was definitely intrigued for my use case of browsing some media, Office 365 and G apps for productivity, and some creative projects on Android and Linux. This 14b model includes a Pentium Silver N5000 processor, 4 gigs of RAM, and 64 gig eMMC storage. It is also one of the first Chromebooks equipped with the Universal Stylus Initiative technology. HP is supposedly releasing a rechargeable USI stylus, but there's no release date on that. I would definitely use the stylus for drawing apps. The 14b also includes USB-C charging. There are 2 that can take a charge. It also has one USB 3 Type A port, micro SD slot, and a headphone jack. This is the model that is sold at Costco. Check the video description for a link to HP's official product page for more spec information. Considering my use case and history of Chromebook experiences, I place a high priority on the keyboard and trackpad. What I value most is spacing, comfort, and accuracy. I am comfortable with various keyboards with a range of travel. What I avoid are cramped keyboards, mushy keys, and rough plastic texture on the keys. I really like the keyboard in the 14b. I'm typing on it now, and it has decent travel, tactile feedback, a nice present click, and is spaced well. The keys are plastic and are smooth but not slippery. I was trying out the keyboard at the store yesterday, including the original Chromebook 14 x360. I think the 14b keyboard has a better response than the original, and that was a nice keyboard for the most part. I thought it had some mushiness that the 14b does not. It does not have backlighting, but that isn't a high priority for me. If it is, then obviously this laptop may not be the one for you. As for the trackpad, it is definitely a step down from last year's X360. It is the same size, feels solid, has no drift, and has a good click, but it's not a glass trackpad. That's not necessarily a deal breaker, but this trackpad has a surface that isn't smooth. It's not coarse, but I definitely feel a wear on my fingertips after prolonged use. Does it get the job done? Yes, it does. Does it get annoying? Yes, it does. This model has a full HD 1920 by 1080 IPS multi-touch screen with small bezels on the side. From quick glance, it should be identical to the original 14 x360. Without looking deeper at specs, I remember the original having a screen that was more sharp, brighter, and had a cooler tone. It is definitely much more grainy. That's definitely disappointing. On the plus side, the touch response is solid. The general build quality is pretty good. It feels good and sturdy. The hood has a white porcelain look that looks like the 14 x360 and the X2, but I'm not sure if it's the same material. The rest of the laptop is plastic as well, but it all feels sturdy. The hinges are really good. There's resistance that keeps the screen balanced and not wobbling. The laptop can be opened with one hand. I didn't notice too much flex, if there was any. I tapped around the keyboard and the trackpad, and there wasn't any indents like you would see on the current Asus T433, which is kind of extreme. But otherwise, I mentioned the trackpad had some issues, but that was definitely solid too. With the Pentium Silver chip and only 4 gigs of RAM, I wasn't sure what to expect. I've used it within that same context since I opened it, including running Crostini, while various apps were being downloaded and installed. The RAM and cores definitely were peaking, but I did not notice any slowdown or sluggishness. I am not running any comparisons or benchmark tests. I'm sharing my thoughts on it from a general user perspective and from my intended use case. On that respect, despite not giving it a full heavy workload yet, I am confident that the Pentium Silver will handle my intended uses without any issues. The original 14X360 has an i3 and never gave me any performance issues. What was frustrating though was that the fan turned on frequently. At times it really heated up when placed on a cushioned surface that blocked the vents and would kick the fans into overdrive. So unless I have a premium laptop like the Pixelbook with clever cooling without a fan, I prefer a processor that does not require a fan for a Chromebook. The sound from the upward-facing Bang & Olufsen speaker seems solid. So what are my final thoughts? The HP Chromebook x360 14b is a solid budget Chromebook at the price that I paid. It was on sale at Costco for $300. The Pentium N5000 and 4GB combination seems capable to handle my intended use. The keyboard shines for me and the build is sturdy and comfortable. I'm definitely underwhelmed by the trackpad surface, but the biggest issue is the quality of the FHD display in terms of crispness, color, and brightness. Would I buy it again? Sure, but considering that there are other Chromebooks with a better screen and better trackpad that are either going to be at the same price or just a little bit above by $50, $75, there might be other value elsewhere. But if you can definitely get it for $300 or less when it goes on sale, even more, I assume in the next couple months, it's something to think about. Thanks for watching my first unboxing and review video. Follow us at @PopCulturePod on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And subscribe to our social media, subscribe to our video page, and hit that subscribe button for more videos. Thanks.